Hello everybody, I am Jim with Four Wheelin' Arkansas, and I'm back in the Ozark National Forest this week with my big buddy Jason Laudwig. Got Wasu over there, camera's sitting on Russell, and we have had some pretty crazy trails today. We've had some pretty crazy things happen to us on the trail today. What do you think about it all?
It ain't what we expected at the beginning of the day, I can tell you that.
What were we expecting at the beginning of the day? First of all, what did we expect when we started talking about this last week?
Well, what we ended up doing or decided on was we did day 5 of the OOAT. We had done it a couple years ago, actually done day 1, part of day 2, part of day 3, part of day 4, and didn't even get to 5. So, but back then, 2 years ago, whatever it was, supposedly day 5 was the easiest day, is what I was told, or if I remember right.
Yeah.
Day 4 was about the hardest day. And so, anyway, we just decided to do a quick weekend before you go on your trip, and try to get in some video for you and everything. And we left last night. We got off work. We parked the rigs at work. We dropped the trucks and jumped in the rigs and headed towards the Ozarks.
Haw Creek Falls.
Haw Creek Falls.
We camped at Haw Creek Falls last night.
Got in there about what, 9, 8:30?
About 9, yeah, 9 o'clock.
Still got a spot.
And it was gorgeous there. I mean, I don't want to say gorgeous. There was no water running. There was no water in the Ozarks.
No.
Except for right over there, about 20 feet over there. There's enough water to get up over your head.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite campsite anywhere in the Ozarks right here where we're at.
I'll tell you where that's at.
That's true. That's true. You'll have to hit me up and you'll have to go wheeling with me. If you want to know where this spot's at, you'll have to come with me, because I only tell people, I only bring people here. I don't tell them about it. So, but this is an awesome spot. We've been swimming, kind of took baths in the creek, and it was actually, we got here late. We got in here, about 6:30, quarter to 7, something, 6:30 or so. And we thought, man, that's going to feel really good. We're going to get in the water. And it was freaking cold.
Yep.
It was really cold. We got in. We got in, kind of washed off a little bit where we got hot and sweaty today because, well, somebody wasn't very smart today. And
it's not like I tried stopping you or nothing, but I mean, it was all on you.
Because I was in front. And so I literally buried my Jeep in mud holes. Not once, but twice. He had to pull me out backwards the first time. And then he was afraid that he couldn't pull me forward. So I had to winch myself through the second time. I had my Starlink and my laptop in a backpack laying in the passenger floorboard, and the passenger floorboard was underwater. I pulled my laptop out and there's water dripping off of it. This is a new laptop. I've only had it a couple of months. So I'm hoping that I haven't destroyed my new laptop.
Any IT people out there that are watching this, or anybody that knows?
Yeah, hit me up. I got some work to do. Yeah, I got some work that needs to be done. But all in all, I mean, we hit some really, really cool trails today.
Yep.
There was a little bit of highway. There was a little bit of gravel road. But there was actually more trail than what I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah.
We ended up, we did bypass one little section, the Illinois bypass luge, because it was getting late and we were trying to get here to camp. And we pulled off onto that road, and I seen 3 or 4 ledges, and then it's another 100 yards up there was about a 3-foot ledge. I could have probably made it in Russell with lockers and a winch, But the idea of having to turn around and then winch Jason up them, we felt like that was probably going to put us into camp way, way, way late.
Yeah.
So we decided to bypass that, and we came down. We did finish. That was the only there was about a 2-mile section of trail that we bypassed.
Yeah.
And then pretty much everything. And we stopped here at this campsite, and the actual day 5 ends 3 or 4 miles down the road, but it's about a mile down the road here to the blacktop.
It doesn't end, but that's where, it's not where it ends, I don't think.
It ends at Hector.
Yeah.
So we're probably 7 or 8 miles from Hector, and where we're camped at now.
That's enough. We don't need to give them any more.
That's enough. Anyway, and so we're about a mile off the highway from where we're at, so we'll air up here in the morning when we get up. And Jason has got to go to work tomorrow night, and I probably need to too, but I'm going home anyway. I'll probably leave early Monday morning. So anyway, he's got to get up in the morning, and so we were really trying to get here because of the little swimming hole that's here, bathing hole, whatever it is. As you can tell, Jason's got a venti fan sitting in his lap.
Damn right.
My fan is sitting right up under the camera blowing at me. It is hotter than Hades here.
Yep.
Last night it was actually nice. We got into camp about 9, and we sat around. When we got up in our tents, I actually had to turn my fans off last night.
Yeah, we were both
I got up
running
early
with
this
2
morning.
fans.
Yeah, I have 2 fans trying to move air through it. And I actually had mine last night before I went to sleep. I turned both of mine down on low, and then I woke up about 6 because I had to go potty, and I turned both of mine off then and went back to sleep. And I don't know, it was 8:30 or 9. I did not get up. I did. I never do that, but I did. I was sleeping good. Matter of fact, Jason beat me up, and that usually doesn't happen. He was up making coffee and slamming pans around. No, he wasn't. He was, but I did. I woke up, it was daylight. I woke up and I'm like, oh, I looked out the window and there he was, and I thought, wow, that's different. But it was really nice up there at Hawk Creek Falls. No water running, obviously. Met a couple of guys up there that come by and was asking about our rigs, and he's got a 4Runner, and they were talking about building a kind of an overland style vehicle there, which we visited with them a little while. They got out swimming somewhere and got into a bunch of chiggers, so they were headed for town to buy some Dramamine or calamine lotion or something. They got ate up with chiggers. But anyway, and we left out of there and hit the trail, and it has been a phenomenal day. I mean, it really has. It was way better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot of gravel roads and just, some sites and stuff, but the trails are legit that we hit today.
Yeah.
Nothing
crazy, but I mean, there were some spots, they had some spots and
where we had needed to kind of be spotted and
watch and
Nope, I thought it was overall a fun day. So
even though we both got stuck 2 different times. I mean, that's it's a good day when you can get stuck twice and work your way out and still think it's a good day.
Yeah.
But
there were bypasses to both of them.
Right.
And I was just like,
and we took bypasses on others.
We did.
We thought,
but
worse.
But with water as low as it is right now, I didn't dream that we would have any issues anywhere.
Soft bottoms and some.
Well, there were some no bottoms there too. Yeah. I found a couple of no bottoms. Yeah. The second one that I got hung of, I literally had to crawl out the window. I couldn't open the door. And I had to crawl out the window, and I was standing on the top of my rock slider in about 4 inches of water, and I had to climb up on the tire. The front tire, I had my front locker engaged so it wouldn't totally spin, but the driver's side tire was not on the ground at all. It was, it only moved a little bit, but I could feel it moving with me standing on it when I was kind of working my way up there to the bumper to hook the winch up and pull winch line. And so the left front tire was not touching anything. And I was probably in water up to, well, it was over the tire. Well, no, it was right about the top of the tires.
Right, yeah.
So, but anyway, it was pretty wild. Anyway, no damage, well, other than my laptop. I hope my laptop will survive. I haven't turned it on. I put it in the seat back, and I've just left it there, and hopefully it'll dry out by the time I get home tomorrow. This should be a pretty good video, I think.
Yeah.
We haven't done much drone stuff. I flew it a little bit tonight, a little bit during the day, and
A little tougher in the Ozarks and where we were at, though. We didn't have a whole lot of open
yeah.
area.
And I have been using my DJI, my new DJI Osmo a lot this trip. My other one kind of wet the bed and quit working over in Kansas when we were over there. The first day it worked great. The second day it kind of quit working Sunday, the day before we left. So I was kind of without it. And then so I bought this new DJI Osmo, and so far this thing's been pretty amazing. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. It's basically the same thing as what I had before, other than it's DJI. So I think the film quality is going to be a little better, and it has the little, it has the microphone, so that's kind of nice. But anyway, so tomorrow we're going to, we had tacos. Jason made us tacos tonight.
No, I just made the beans. You made the
Oh, you made the beans. Okay. We made tacos tonight, so that was pretty good.
That was supper, yep.
Yep, that was really
Grabbed a bite on the way last night. So.
Yeah, because it was late when we got in.
This morning, and I made me a couple of sausages, and you had your shake.
Had my shake, yeah. I'll do that again in the morning.
Stopped by the cemetery.
Yeah, we run across a really cool cemetery on the trail today. And I don't know anything about it. I'm anxious to get home. I dropped a pin, and so I'm going to go home and do a little research and see if I can't figure out what the deal is on that cemetery. But it had seemed to be from the early, I think the earliest births that I seen were in the 1820s. Most of them seem to be like the mid 1840s until the late 1800s or the early 1900s. There was a few of them there that were, born in, 1835 through 1845 or so, and then lived up until, into their 70s. So they would have passed away in their, 1820s, 18 teens, or 19 teens and 1920s. There was one there that I seen that was from the Civil War. Seemed to be a gentleman from Georgia that was part of the infantry from Georgia that apparently was killed here, and he's buried right here in the Ozarks, which it's a big cemetery. A lot of the same names. I can't remember the name right now. I took some videos of them, but there were several of headstones from what looked like the same family or the same couple of families that were buried there. One of them had a wrought iron fence around it, which was pretty cool, and it was a husband and a wife buried there. Anyway, but I'm going to do some research and see if I can't figure out, the name of that cemetery and kind of see if there's a story there, because it was just sitting right along the side of the trail. It's a big cemetery, actually. There was a lot of headstones that had markers with rocks, flat rocks that were set up on the end. Didn't have anything on them. There was a few that just had like an initials engraved in them. And then there were some of them. There was one there that it was about 3 feet tall and had, all the stuff. A lot of them had modern headstones. A lot of them were old headstones that you could still kind of see the writing on. But some of them there was a couple of them there that were really modern headstones that were probably there within the last 20 or 30 years were placed. And I know that my buddy Caleb Baker, he had actually talked to a gentleman that actually goes around and places headstones in these old cemeteries throughout the Ozarks, which there is a ton of cemeteries in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a story to all of them. I mean, it was very vibrant. A lot of people lived and made their, spent their life living here on these backcountry roads that we love to wheel on now. But there's literally cemeteries scattered all over the Ozark National Forest.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, I'm going to do a little research. I dropped a pin on it, and I'm gonna go home and see if I can find some information on. What's that?
I don't know. Some kind of bird, it sounded like.
Is it a bird?
I guess.
Okay. There's a bird behind us.
I don't know. Some kind of animal getting ready to come get you.
It is. I'm good.
It's a chupacabra.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was very interesting. We stopped there and had lunch, and I went around and filmed some of the headstones and all that. So that'll be in this video.
We even had popsicles.
I know. Somebody had the brilliant idea when we were shopping Friday nights is, hey, look, they got popsicles or those cool pops. Freeze, those little Kool-Aid pops that you put in the freezer and freeze. So we bought a bag of them and froze them in the refrigerator. So we've been eating Cool Pops today, which is matter of fact, when we get done with this, I think it might be time to have another one.
Yep.
So it has been a pretty cool weekend for sure. Hot, God, miserable hot. I don't know why we're out here this time of year other than I need content. That's true. But what I will tell you is this video is probably, when this one comes out and becomes public, I will probably be on an Alaskan cruise when this video goes live. So, fair warning, it may be an extra week or two. I normally try to do a video every other Friday, but it's probably going to be an extra week or two before I get the next one out. So the one after this one will probably be the Alaskan cruise. Kathy and I and a gentleman that we work with and his wife and some of Kathy's family are flying out to San Francisco, and we're doing a 10-day interpassage cruise to Alaska. We're going to go to Juneau, Ketchikan, Skagway, Prince Rupert Sound or something like that in Canada. We're going to see the Tracy Fjord. Anyway, so we're going to be gone about 10 days on that, or 2 weeks. That'll be about a 2-week trip for us. And so while I'm on the ship, sorry, I'm not going to be worried about making YouTube videos. I am going to do some filming, and so I can throw something together when I get back. Hopefully it'll be good and amazing, but depending on how good of a time I have, it may just be some pictures of some of the cool stuff that I've seen, and I may just store all those pictures in here. Do it?
The floor.
Yeah. So, but hopefully that'll be what the next video is. After this one will be our Alaskan cruise. It's not just overlanding over here at four-wheeling Arkansas. We like to do other things too. We love four-wheeling. We love overlanding. We love the off-road stuff, but we just like to travel. And so Kathy and I have been to Hawaii. We've been to Honduras and Mexico a few times, the Bahamas. Kathy really likes cruising. And then when we get back, we're going to be looking forward to trying to get the F-350 built out for our big trip next May out to Montrose, Colorado to do the rim rocker. And we're going to run the rim rocker down into Moab, and we're going to spend some time out there with Josh and Larissa and our friends from out there in Kansas, and then some of our friends around here too. I think Lindsay's planning on going out there with us, and Sam and Margie, I'm sure, will go, and there'll probably be a few more too. Jason says he's not going to go because, well, I don't know why. He didn't want to hang out with the cool kids.
No, I got something going on now. I can't remember. What was it?
I think it's Kira's graduation or something. Or no, your niece is graduating,
my
and yeah.
niece's graduation. That's what it is. Yeah. I'll be in Iowa, so.
It's like wiping before you poop. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
I love family.
We're going to go without him. We're going to have a great time without him.
Wouldn't expect anything else.
So, you've done a couple of coffee breaks with me since I started this. So, let's go back a little bit. We were talking about it last night. We have been really good friends for the last 17 or 18 years.
Right.
Where did all that start, and how did all that start?
Well, unfortunately, the two of us was employed by a certain oil field company.
Mm-hmm.
I was there before you were.
Mm-hmm.
And you worked in the oil field before you come to there.
Yeah, for a little bit.
And
I left before you too.
Right, you left the place before I did,
but
you was a driver. We hired you as a driver. I was in the dispatch office at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I got you to come in the dispatch office with me.
Mm-hmm.
And we sit
face to face. Our desks faced each other all day, every day.
What, 6 years?
Yeah, it was a long time. I don't know.
When were you there?
I don't know. I don't think it was quite 6 years.
2008. And when did you go to?
I went to Land. I was at Landefrost 2 years before I bought my truck. I bought my truck and leased to Oakley in July of 2014, 13, 12. So it would have been 12.
So 4 years.
So yeah, about 4 years.
But you worked there, but I mean, that was just dispatching.
Yeah, probably 3 years dispatching. 3.5 years. Because I didn't drive all that long.
No.
I drove probably 6 months, and then I actually started training on the pressure trucks.
Right.
And about the time I did that, then they moved me inside into the office.
Yep. So we knew each other there, and then, like I said, you left. They kind of screwed you around, and you decided to leave, and I stayed. I was been there a little longer, made a little more money and everything, so I was going to ride that dead horse into the ground. And
glutton for punishment.
Right.
Yeah.
But your daughter, babysit my daughter, we played golf in the oil field golf tournaments and golf just, in general by ourselves.
And we just, while we were dispatching, we spent a lot of time together then, and we just kind of became buddies at that. That's kind of where we kind of solidified the friendship. Once we were friends, I guess. I don't even know we did a lot before I come in the office. I mean, we knew each other, obviously, but once I come in the office and when you're having to look face to face, I mean, literally, our desks faced each other, and we literally looked at each other all day long. And that's kind of when we kind of started getting closer, being friends and all.
Each other. I mean, we got a lot of the same values, same interests, same,
Yeah.
You're a little bit older than I am. Of course, you come from California. I come from Missouri, but,
you don't have to put that in there.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean,
nobody knows that.
We come from different places, but,
we do.
Kind of
but cool's cool.
Cut from the same cloth. Same
we are.
Values,
we are.
Ideas.
I think we kind of raised the same way and all that.
Yeah.
And then we left. I left before you did. Right. And then I went to Landefrost, and then you came to Landefrost not long before I left. Or were you there when I...
No, you was already gone.
I was already gone before? Yeah, because you stayed until that oil field company closed down.
No, and I went to Landefrost for 2 months.
Oh, were you only there 2 months?
4 months. 4 months. 4 months.
I thought you were there longer than that.
No, 4 months.
Okay. I thought
October, and I bought my truck in February.
Okay. I thought you were there longer than that. No. I was there about 2 years, almost 2 years. And they were really good to me. That was a good job. I really, really enjoyed working for them.
Yeah.
There was just an opportunity there, to kind of come where we're at now. And I don't know that I wouldn't have been better off if I'd have just stayed there.
Might have been.
But
I know it didn't work out for me. I mean, I was looking for something else because their good runs were on the weekend, and me, I had a young family, so
yeah,
I mean, your kids were pretty much gone at that time, so
yeah.
mine was still growing up, so being gone on the weekends wasn't much fun.
Yep. No, I understand.
Make the good runs, but anyway. Yep. So yeah, I was there for about 4 months, and then I come over. You got me over there to come over to Oakley, and I bought a truck, and I was there for 2 years and quit.
For 9 years, 8 years.
9, 8 years, but you quit not
I
long
was
after
there.
I did.
I left.
You started.
I left the first part of 2018, and I was gone 8 or 9 months, and then I came back. I've been back right at 8 years. Next month, or September, 19th September, I'll be back there 8 years. I was gone about 8 or 9 months.
Right. And I was gone for 8, 9 years or whatever, and I've been back a year and 3 or 4 months, so not quite a year.
See, I thought it was a couple of years, but anyway, yeah. I mean, you'd know.
But when I was here when I was at Oakley the first time?
No, this time.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I started my birthday. This is my anniversary date, so.
Okay.
Middle of March, so.
I got you.
April, May, June, July. We're getting ready to come into August, so we're in 4 months.
Okay.
So that's kind of our history. I mean, we played golf together, dispatched trucks together. We've trucked. We've hauled an old man to Nevada in 24 hours, and
that's a
left
story.
Left Arkansas, went to Nevada, and was back in Arkansas in 24 hours.
Yeah, I went to Las Vegas. Yeah, that's a story in itself. My dad, after my mom passed away, my dad came back and spent 4 months with Kathy and I. And while he was back here, he got sick and he got pneumonia and went in the hospital. And he had to go to rehab. And when he came out of rehab, he was on oxygen. And I think he was like 83 at the time. But because he was on oxygen, he couldn't fly. So Jason and I loaded him up in the car, and we literally drove straight through from Searcy, Arkansas to Henderson, Nevada, which is a suburb of Las Vegas. Dumped him out, had breakfast with my sister and her husband and dad, and their son lived in Henderson there, so we met them. We all went to breakfast, and then they took him on to California. Me and Jason come back to Hoover Dam and jumped on a helicopter and did a helicopter ride over Hoover Dam, which was super cool. And then we got back in the car and we hauled tail back to Arkansas. Yeah. And it literally, I think it was a little more than 24 hours. I think it was like 36 hours.
Or maybe it was.
But it was straight through. We literally didn't stop for anything but gas. We'd change drivers when we gassed up. And then they'd drive 300 miles, and then we'd gas up again, and I'd drive 300 miles, and then we'd gas up again, and he'd drive 300 miles. And so we literally kept that little white car pegged all the way from Henderson, Nevada to Searcy. I think it was 36 hours round trip.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Over a weekend. So, anyway. So that's kind of our story. So.
And then you drug me into this.
Into what?
Overlanding, camping.
I didn't drag him into nothing. I
bet you my wife would disagree.
Your wife is wrong. That's all I'm going to say. She is wrong. Yeah. Now, granted, if I hadn't got into it, you probably wouldn't have. But when you seen all the fun I was having, running around doing all this, you were like, I got to have me some of that. Mm-hmm. Actually, he was just looking for a way to spend more time hanging out with me. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was it.
After 9 years, he wasn't getting to hang out with me now.
Yeah.
I think it's been pretty fun, though.
It has, yeah.
And for a 2012 Nissan Frontier to go all the places that we have had it, I just ate a bug. That was nasty. I was trying to compliment your truck. I just ate a bug, literally, and I couldn't get it out. I just swallowed it.
Good protein.
It is. But anyway, all the places that little truck has been. I mean, and it's more capable now. It's lifted now. It's on 33s now. When that thing was stock height on 31s, it still went crazy mad places. But since he lifted it, and even on the 31s then, but now that he's got 33s on it, I'm telling you, that thing would go anywhere. I ain't found nowhere that mine would go that it wouldn't. So.
You just do it a little easier than I do. But.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But we go everywhere. We've never said, well, maybe today. Maybe that trail today.
Yeah,
that little cutoff trail.
Yeah. But we'd have tried it if we'd have had the time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If we'd have come across it earlier in the day.
Yeah, I think so.
You know,
that was probably the biggest thing. I think I would have made I would have made it through. But I think I could have made it through there, and I think you would have struggled a little bit. But I mean, literally, you were talking about a 2.5, 3 foot ledge up there that you were going to have to go over. You were definitely going to have to get winched over that, and I'd have probably had to winch myself over it too.
Maybe.
So, but not found anywhere that it wouldn't go. I've been super impressed with that, and that thing's been to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan with us. Of course, he's chicken to go out to Moab with us. He's afraid of that trip.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of these days, it's not one of my bucket list places I just want to go. I like trees. I like mud. And they don't have any of that out there.
Yeah, I don't like mud. I don't like mud at all. I found all the mud I wanted today, and I didn't like it before today, and I really don't like it now. You ought to see the inside of my Jeep is trashed. I literally had to pull the floor plugs out of my Jeep when we got pulled in here because I had 4 inches of water in the...
The best part, though, is when we go, you dumped it.
I dump it all out of the floor mats.
And then we come downhill and
it'd fill back up. Anytime I'd go downhill, it'd go from the back up to the front and fill my floor mats up again, and I'd have to dump them back out. When we got here, I popped the floor drains out. So hopefully I won't have any more of that. But anyway, fun day all in all.
Yeah.
Had a blast. Had to winch myself out.
Are we keeping the one under secret?
Which one? No. Put it out there. What is it?
What did we see today?
Oh, I'm going to let you tell them.
We got to see a black bear.
In the flesh.
Yep. Just come walking out. Jim was in front, obviously, and I didn't see it walk. I saw it after it stopped, but he was just plain as day out in the middle.
Broadside, 50 yards in front of us, and he was standing in the middle of the road looking at us, a big old black bear.
Yep.
So, but they're already going to know that because that video is going to come out before this does. So.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. This is the coffee. It's going to be the week after. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't see it, you need to go watch it.
Yeah, go back and watch the last video because there's a black bear in it.
It'll have a cool thumbnail.
It will have a cool thumbnail. It will.
Originally, that was we talked that should be your thumbnail.
You did. You said that at the time.
Now we got some winching video. We got some pulling video.
Yeah. We got some mud buried up video now. Maybe we'll have a bear laughing at me, stuck in the mud. Got your rope pulling on it, trying to pull you out. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, that was probably the best part of it for you, that you actually got to pull me out of a mud hole where I was stuck today. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had to pull you out yet.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever had to pull you out, but
I don't go to the places.
That's true.
When you have problems, I don't go.
You go the other way. Yeah, you take the bypass. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All in all, fun day though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Other than sweating our.
Yeah, it is. It is really, really, really hot. And my fan.
That's why you should camp during the winter.
We do camp during the winter. We do. Yeah, it's you really have to be dedicated to do this time of year. Yeah. You really do. I mean, it's better now. My fan died. I got a little fan underneath the camera that it finally died.
I was about to.
Is it?
Yeah.
So I hope you got another one to put in the tent.
I do.
That's why I haven't turned that one on. I've left that one up there off. But anyway, anyway, thanks you guys for joining us. And the next video that comes out should be on our Alaskan cruise. And then...
I won't be there.
No, he won't be there. And then after that, hopefully once we get back, we got Rito coming up in October, the middle of October. We're going to be over at Mulberry Mountain. This is the last rendezvous in the Ozarks. So if you've never been, you need to go to Natural State Overland and buy you some tickets. We'll be over there. This is the last one that they're doing.
10 years.
Yeah, it's their 10th one, and it'll be the last.
8, 7, something like that? No, maybe not.
Four.
That many.
Four. Yeah, we've been to the last. This will be our 4th one that we've been to. I just bought my Jeep 4 years ago.
I guess
so yeah, it was 4. This will be the 4th and last one, and then we're gonna have to figure out something else to do in October. I think the 1st of October. Huh?
We may have some things coming up.
What?
But we'll tell them about that later on.
Okay. Cool.
On my side.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jason may have some stuff coming up.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think the first part of October is Big Iron over at West Mineral, Kansas.
Yeah.
I don't think that I'm going to be going to that. I was thinking about going, but I don't think I'm going to make that one.
Well, we're thinking about making the trip up here, right?
Yeah, we're thinking about doing it. Yeah, but I don't think that.
Or is that going to be in the? Because
it's probably going to be the spring. Yeah, we were talking about our friends from Kansas that went on the Josh and Larissa with Platinum Overland from over in Kansas. We had talked about doing some stuff up around Mountain View, maybe doing Mirror Lake and Blanchard Springs and the Swinging Bridge and Blanchard Springs is the caves, and just spending a weekend up there. And we had talked about maybe doing that in October, around the 1st of October. But some things are going on. Kathy cannot get away in October because it's tax season, and she's a tax collector. And so the first 2 or 3 weeks of October, they are buried, and she just can't get away. Mm-hmm. So October's not really going to work. And then the middle of October, obviously, we got Rendezvous. Mm-hmm. And so that's probably going to end up being next spring, I would think, maybe try. That's kind of some cool stuff, not hardcore wheeling, but there's some cool stuff up there to see. You got the folk center up there. You've got a really cool old general store that I just love that place. You've got Blanchard Springs, Mirror Lake. You got some cool campsites up there, Gunner's Pool and some of those. And there's a amphitheater in Mountain View that's really cool. That's kind of a state park in the city limits of Mountain View there. That's really cool that we've been
courthouse
to.
That does
the courthouse, yeah.
A
lot of
grass and stuff.
Yep, a lot of cool stuff up there. So we're going to take a long weekend maybe at some point with Josh and Larissa and take them up there. And Lindsay will be a part of that. And she'll be there. And Krista and Kathy and Margie and Sam and all of them. Jason, sure you'll be a part of that. So we got that coming up. Got a lot of cool things coming up over the next 12 months. So anyway, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Jason and I are going to make another cup of Grant Brothers coffee and sit around here and visit a little bit. Hopefully it'll cool off a little more so we can get some sleep tonight. And then in the morning, we're going to get up and head home, and we both have to take off and go to work. I don't know where I'll leave Sunday night. I'll probably leave early, probably around 3 o'clock Monday morning myself, but you're leaving tomorrow night. So we're going to camp here and get up in the morning and do breakfast and hang out, and then we're going to head back to civilization. But thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you on the next one. 39 minutes.